god. Yeah, it's not that bad. I like the jet. Okay. Get into it then. Investigation. Done. Done. Not done.
Just a dozen years or so.
I don't even remember how to play very well. That's my mad dash.
See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! We got one of them! Over there! One of them burning pigs!
Get on my level. Okay, loading already. Hit them. I don't know what I was looking for, I don't think.
Best stay back, sir.
I didn't even touch one of them. Jesus. found it.
Hello again, Venus.
Jonathan, you're still up. Can't you just knock at people's doors during the day?
I'm sure you can spare me a few minutes. For old time's sake.
Of course you may enter, Jonathan. At least you survived the Great War. I feared the worst. I'm so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
Are you okay? I'm stealing all your stuff.
Mary came here with her husband. They were such
It's locked. No invitation is needed to enter this building. That can't be a good sign. Emily wanted to... No sign of a struggle. It seems Charlotte's friend knew the killer and let him in. Blood. I should follow the trail.
Who are you? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same question.
I'm the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, and I strongly invite you to find your own game, sir.
I intend to do so very soon, thank you. But for the moment, I'd like to shed light on the death of a young woman killed by a vampire.
A young woman killed by a vampire? Oh, you're joking, right? Oh, I do love the British sense of humor.
And who exactly are you?
I am Jacques-Michel Guillaume Florimond, the Marquis de Bois-Colombes, at your service, my dear cousin.
You're French, but your English is quite good.
I was born in France, sir, but I consider myself a traveler of this world. So many countries, so many tantalizing tastes.
Dear cousin, are we related?
We could be of the same blood, my dear. I tend to consider all Econs as family, don't you?
What are you doing here?
I recently decided to visit London. I've always dreamed of visiting a city on the verge of collapse. Such a delicate, yet intense spectacle.
You take pleasure from others' misery.
I have been a totally depraved and immoral creature since the day I was reborn, sir. And probably before.
Oh, I'm going to. If I can, I will.
What do you plan to do here?
Take pleasure. Take pictures. Enjoy the show. Have fun. Believe me, I won't be the only foreign immortal who bought a ticket to the fair.
I followed the trail of blood from her room to here.
Oh, you're referring to that young woman. Yes, the meeting turned messy. I'm afraid I ruined my last wedding good.
So you admit you murdered her?
I admit nothing, my good sir. I only regret the blood of that girl staining my clothes. Oh, blood can be so messy.
What happened?
She wanted to become one of us. Not the first time I have received such a proposal, but I must admit her direct approach tempted me.
And then what?
The body rejected my blood. It happens, you know, sometimes even with voluntary prey. At least her gurglings brought me some fun, until the artery burst.
I believe you, sir. Emily's diary confirms your statement.
Oh, Emily was her name. Quite charming. Well, mystery solved then.
Yes, I suppose so. You can go.
And so can you. Farewell, sir. May you enjoy the spectacle of this fallen city as much as I do.
Well. Mildly upsetting. Whatever. Kinda upset I can't kill him.
Support the equality between men and women.
Good evening, Miss Ashbury.
And good evening to you, Dr. Reed.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual recently?
A few days ago, I spotted a strange house while campaigning for women's suffrage. Awful smell. No answer when I knocked.
Where is it?
It's the Mullaneys, a nice family who live in a big house near the park in the eastern part of this neighborhood.
I have found out what happened to your friend, Emily.
I can handle the truth. There's no need to hide the bloody details.
Your friend was planning to become a vampire. She thought she'd met an honest one and made a deal with him. Unfortunately, Emily did not survive the process.
My mother told me many times about the risks of being turned. I often suspected she exaggerated the danger to avoid me being tempted.
No, the risk is real. Have you any idea what a body has to endure? To become an organism entirely consumed by its need to process and recombine blood.
I should never have talked to Emily about vampires. I never thought she'd actually try it without me. Thank you, sir. Here, take this for your discretion.
Oh. I don't really care much for stun though.
Goodbye, Sharp.
She's been quite busy these last few...
Have you noticed anything suspicious? Remember,
Good evening, sir. May I have your attention, please?
come on, Johnny. Don't you recognize your oldest friend?
Clarence. Clarence Crossley. How are you? My God. So you survived the war too? So sorry I didn't recognize you at first.
I almost didn't recognize you either. War does that to men, I heard. In my case, it was true, for I
Yeah, I know.
witnessed the horror that lies underneath.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep. Good. When did you escape the war and return to London?
I didn't mean
You
to
know
hit
what's
circle.
funny? I almost never think about the war. Not anymore. I'm involved in another kind of battle now.
What is this new battle?
I saw terrible things during the war. Horrors I thought I'd forget. They're here too. They're everywhere. Vampires.
I know what you mean. I haven't had much time to think about the war either since my return.
Of course. With the epidemic, I bet you've been busy as well. Forgive me, Johnny. I didn't want to sound selfish.
How is your wife, Venus?
We've spent so much time away from each other. So many things have happened.
But you're alive. You returned in one piece and you have a family. How many soldiers can say the same?
Believe me, it's not quite that simple. Unlike you, I'm not the man I used to be.
Is everything all right at home? Surely Venus was relieved to see you return from France in one piece.
Have you forgot what people are like in this part of town, Johnny? Venus fears for our family reputation. Now her husband has become the village idiot.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Can you help me?
Infection
I'm not
is
killing
everywhere
this guy.
these days.
Just because he's a good
If
long
you ever
friend.
go to the park near that swanky house belonging to the Mullaneys,
Yes? What about the Mullaneys? What about their house?
not enough noise for a big family with children. Not enough movement. Closed doors. What is going on in there? I wonder.
You need some rest.
Nothing really. Oh, you have migraine.
Do you need... What can I say?
I hope we're talking about the same.
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try... Good evening, sir.
I said I wasn't
Please
gonna kill
forgive me for disturbing
Clarence.
you. I'm a doctor.
I never judge a man by his title, but by his attitude. And you are not disturbing me at all. I am Calhoun Russell, and I welcome you.
Well, I must admit it's good to receive a warm welcome for once. I'm Jonathan Reed.
Welcome, Dr. Reed. Welcome to my humble shop.
Do you need medical...
You would say...
I may have a look at your goods, Mr. Russell.
Oh. Never gonna use it. Use slightly modify the shape. Any melee weapon, hand weapon, yeah, hand weapon, small size melee weapon, large melee weapon. I don't know yet. Melee weapon, any ranged weapon. 142, Ricochet, surgical cell, yeah. It doesn't do near as much damage. Nope, okay.
Good evening, Dr.
I may have a look at your...
Yeah, hand weapon. I don't know.
It's locked, all right.
The night is... Good evening.
How is the situation in this part of town?
Life is good and peaceful. We're lucky to live in such an era of progress and wonders.
Are you not concerned about the epidemic?
Oh, I'm sure the authorities would take the appropriate measure if the danger were that high.
I'm afraid the newspapers are seriously underestimating the situation. Things are critical, believe me.
Well, that's news then. But I can't believe that things are that bad. Are you sure you're not exaggerating a bit? For the thrill of it?
Is it not a little too late to be trading?
On the contrary, it is the perfect hour. Believe me, my friend, it is always at night that you meet the most fascinating characters.
But what about the epidemic? The bombs and raids? And all the random violence?
Please, sir, this is London, England. We will prevail. And if a bomb must fall on my shop, then I'll be there to hear it falling.
I don't know how I feel about this guy.
So you prefer to work at night?
Oh, I also enjoy a sunny day like everybody else. But the night always has a certain je ne sais quoi of its own.
I knew he was gonna say je ne sais quoi. Because that's exactly what I was thinking. I like this guy, he's funny.
What can you tell me about this place?
I recently found the best steak and kidney pie in the city. I'd be glad to share the address if you want.
Finding a good restaurant? Is that really all that interests you?
Oh, I have many passions, but nothing brings me ecstasy like subtle and exquisite flavors from my teeth to my belly.
I must confess, I have quite specific tastes when it comes to nutrition.
Really? Well, I'm always happy to try new exotic meals. If you ever find an intriguing table, please share the address.
Do you have any family nearby?
Not since my parents died. I'm London's lone gourmet.
Really? But you seem to be such a pleasant and sociable fellow.
I'm afraid the real hedonist has to be sometimes. I discovered ecstasy as a solitary pleasure, but it does not mean it can't ever be shared.
London's lone gourmet. What a strange title.
I used that name in my early years when I was a food critic, and I kept it.
I'm investigating the source of the epidemic in this district. Have you noticed anything unusual?
Not really.
Everything.
Wait, now that you mention it, I don't see the McPhersons in my favorite restaurants. They love delicate meals too, you understand.
Thank you. It may be nothing, but I'll investigate anyway. Where do they live?
They have a house in the southern part of the district, somewhere north of the railway bridge. There is a courtyard, if I remember rightly.
Goodbye, Mr. Rust.
Women die too in this war! Women of all countries unite! Women's right to vote is only the first step!
I have no idea where to go. No, I'm not tired. I'm just doing a couple things on my computer. At the same time. Oops. I don't know.
I cannot enter.
Are you kidding?
Unite! Women's right to vote is only the first step!
Find a back way in. Be the other way. Did I walk past it? Yep. I am mildly confused though, I will say that. How am I the expert at going into the back door? Exactly. Oh. Oh. I see how it is. I mean, you're not wrong though. I forgot what I had. I forgot all about that.
I've never seen such a radical mutation. Could it be a new stage in the disease's evolution?
Evolution. It's evolution, dumbass.
So the husband had an affair with Doris Fletcher.
Way to just call him out, asshole.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood.
Yeah, that happens.
I can't believe
No,
I'm
I don't
doing
really care
this.
for Life is Strange much.
I have this thirst for blood. I can't believe I'm doing this.
Why not? It's only a fucking video game. It's not like it matters much.
Why are vampire hunters sniffing around here? I need to find out what they're after.
Have no fear! Demon! Christ! He's dead!
There's nothing to love about it. It's just a game, though. There's nothing even really that good about it. It's just eh. I don't like quite a lot about it.
He had his tongue removed and his eyes gouged out.
Ow.
He was a victim of brutal torture. This one's neck is broken. He was young. Probably the son.
Yeah, it really does.
You thought I was dead too, didn't you? No, I was just pretending. Doris told me I could have been a great actress.
You killed your family.
They mocked my talent. Ah! Oh!
She's a little bit disgusting. Jesus. What a waste of time she was.
This girl took lessons at the famous Doris Fletcher acting school. Doris Fletcher seems to be the missing link here. It can't just be a coincidence. I should go to her acting school.
Support the equality between men and women.
There's no such thing as 2 OP. The game may, I'm just lowering the difficulty of the game the way the game told me how. There's no such thing as 2 OP. The game said if you wanted a lower difficulty, upgrade your guy a bunch. You know what I did? I upgraded my guy a mega fuck ton. As you can tell, I'm level 32. I've been fighting low-level bosses.
Fucking fast!
Okay. That wasn't very hard.
It's one of them! Steady, boys! He's dead!
He only put up a fight because I was trying to get my, that bar filled, my blood bar filled completely, and have full health.
Murderous bastard! Stay back! God walks with...
There's one of them!
Mm-hmm.
It's locked, all right.
Figures. Fucking things are always locked. I always have to go in the back door. People don't know how to leave things unlocked for reasons.
It's locked.
If I could punch the door, I would, trust me.
There's an open window on the second floor.
Yeah, there
I
is.
should be able to get in through that.
I will get in through that. I'm just opening this door.
It's locked, all right.
Oh no, it's locked. Whatever will I do? Okay.
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head, fit only to smirk at her soiled feet.
Okay then.
Can that be Doris Fletcher's voice? Where does it come from?
Over there.
Testify to her kindness and beauty, for now she hides in shadow.
Hold on, I'll be back again. What's that sound? I'm back. I keep hearing one of my doors creak open. Okay, where's the knife in this toolbox? There's a drywall saw, that works. Just in case, you never know who the fuck might be in my house right now. But I'll kill him nonetheless.
Woe to you, nations of hypocrites. For in front of you stands the tall queen. You can but lower your head. It only...
I have this thirst for blood. I cannot enter. It's locked, all right.
The door's creaking again. Hold on. Someone might be dying right now. Still no one. I checked the whole house this time though.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Who are you? You who dared enter my realm. Are you here to worship or mock me?
I'm here to put an end to the vampire epidemic, Miss Fletcher.
Ah. But Doris Fletcher is no more. She was consumed by this putrid flesh that now enshrouds her.
You feel anger for what happened to you, but I can help you. I'm a doctor, Miss Fletcher.
Doris Fletcher is no more. All that remains are the dreams of the queen she was, and the queen she'll be. Until then, all shall die, for that was her final wish. Your blood, my children, my beloved, die for the love of me. Your hand is shaking. On guard. I smell your fear. Touché, sir. Behold, Kinslayer, the disgrace of she whose beauty was once renowned. Will she be the queen again once they all share her fate?
That's just disgusting.
Hear and obey, for your queen commands you. Attack! No one. On guard. I beg you, wait.
What?
I don't want to die.
And I did not come to kill you, Miss Fletcher.
Will you spare me then? Save this cadaverous carcass of mine. Does your heart beat a little faster now? You fancy me then, Doctor?
No, Miss Fletcher. My dead heart will beat for only one.
Ah! Is she pretty? Is she sweet and tender?
To me, yes.
Ah! I hate her already.
I know. And this is partly why you must be destroyed.
But you just said...
That I did not come here to kill you, yes. But I realize now the threat you embody must be stopped.
Will I be remembered? Will you?
You were Doris Fletcher. The greatest actress of her generation. No one can take that from you.
Thank you. And farewell. Ah! Ah! Ah!
Farewell, Doris.
Bravo! So dramatic. I love it.
McCullum!
How strange I seem to find you whenever I'm inquiring about that Skal infestation.
I mean you no harm.
I'm not here for you. But once I put all the pieces of the puzzle together, I'm sure we'll have a little chat, you and me.
Stay away from me, McCullum. You and all your war dogs.
That I can't guarantee, Dr. Reed. But I'll let you go. For now.
I should probably leave the theater right now.
A couple of fucking...
The West End should be safe. But London is not.
Wow.
It would be wise to benefit from the Ascalon's protection while I continue my research during the Great Hunt. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Guess I'm leaving. You know, that's a very good question.
So Doris just needed to be close to her audience to infect them. Contagion through skin. Very disturbing.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh.
Away with you! Join laughing!
I'm sure Kaloon Russell has no interest in such a conventional menu.
I guess I'm gonna go find this.
Are you from Ascalon? I don't care! Ah!
Am I from Ascalon?
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need help, sir?
I think I'm fine. But what happened to my jailer? Be careful. He's as vicious as he is strong.
You don't have to worry about him anymore. What happened here?
I am Tadao Kimura. I was imprisoned by this lunatic for several days. I thought I was going to die here.
You're not going to die now, Mr. Kimura. If you hurry, you should be able to get home safely.
It seems that I owe you my life. You have all my gratitude, Dr. Reed, since it is the most precious thing I possess.
Is this really all I get from you?
Goodbye, Mr. Are you sure you'll manage to...
Yes.
Goodbye, Mr. Kamo.
Well, do you want me to kill him for his life?
Are you...
Yes.
I'll let you choose. Fine.
Goodbye, Mr. Fresh water. As long as it's not holy water, I may find some use for it.
This is not the place for you, sir. Filthy pieces of...
What happened? Where did his body go? That was amazing.
Let him go home, sir. This one's mine! Want some of this?
I like on the helmet.
Let's pin it down!
A restaurant where the guests are blindfolded before being seated. Intriguing.
Found the restaurant. No, I didn't know there was, I could find another restaurant other than that one. I tried to dash.
I have this thirst for blood.
Hmm. I actually don't mind that idea.
Hungry. Where shall I eat tonight?
I don't think so.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. A great night, what?
I have found a restaurant that could satisfy you, Mr. Russell. The most intriguing and exotic restaurant in London.
Really? You have piqued my interest. Where is it?
It's a place where you eat in complete darkness and try to identify your meal without anything but your palate.
My, oh my, how interesting. It could even be fun to eat a little poisson et frites that way. Oh, thank you, Dr. Reed. Please, have this for your research.
Oh,
Goodbye, Mr.
and I don't think I can, no.
Only the first step.
Welcome back to the Ascalon Club, Lancebearer. Please, tell us the good news. Have you put an end to the epidemic?
My hypothesis was correct. Doris Fletcher was the source of the contagion in this part of town. She was probably the first to be infected.
And you cleansed her before the hunters, I've been told. Well done, Dr. Reed. You thrust your lance and pierced the very heart of the corruption.
But some questions remain.
The important thing is, we won a major battle for the survival of London. For that, we salute you.
Thank you, my lord.
Now, I have another task for you. One of the utmost importance. Perhaps even more so than the previous.
I'm listening.
It's time for you to perform a most sacred duty for the club. I want you to recruit a new vampire.
Recruit a new vampire? Are you sending me on some sort of diplomatic mission?
Not exactly. I want you to make Aloysius Dawson the Ekon he deserves to be.
As you wish, my lord.
Good. Now go.
How would you like me to proceed?
Aloysius is waiting for you at the Dawson estate. Once the deed is done, I'll join you there to celebrate this momentous occasion.
Sorry.
Before I go,
All right.
why Aloysius Dawson?
Because he is about to die. And he just may be the most influential man in England. After me, of course.
Did he choose me?
No, I did. My decision is very recent, to say the least, but it is entirely mine.
Does he know I'm coming?
He can't wait to become your progeny, Dr. Reed. Especially now that you have shown how strong your lineage is through your sister.
How would you like me to proceed?
Don't worry. Aloysius has had many years to prepare himself.
Probably. Just
He has studied our
a
kind
little
for
sketchy.
decades.
So shall I just let him drink my blood?
Yes. Aloysius will gratefully sup on your blood. His heart will slow, then stop. But he will rise again as one of us, an immortal.
Is there any danger?
Our blood alters a mortal body so deeply that some don't survive the metamorphosis. They die for good. But Mr. Dawson has been preparing himself for a long time.
You invited Lady Ashbury. Wouldn't that be breaking one of your cardinal rules? No women allowed.
Not allowed as members, no. But considering the circumstances, I thought you'd like to have her here to witness your triumph.
So it's a temporary admittance, then?
Something of a bargain, considering the crisis we're currently facing.
Goodbye.
Are you all right, Jonathan?
Lord Redgrave has just ordered me to turn Aloysius Dawson, to make him my progeny.
I see. And how do you feel about this?
Aloysius Dawson is the richest man in England. He'll be a very useful resource for the club.
The real question here is, why has his lordship given you this task?
Do you think it's some sort of trap?
Do you really want to know what I think about this?
I do, yes.
To make an immortal of a soulless blackguard like Aloysius Dawson,
will only lead to a disaster for London. The man is already dead inside.
Should I refuse? Perhaps politely suggest that Lord Redgrave turned the man into a vampire himself.
Don't you dare, my dear. According to what I've recently discovered, his lordship could kill you for even broaching the subject.
Really? Why?
I've recently found proof that the Earl of Bristol is of lesser lineage, and only capable of creating skulls.
Please.
As long as you lower...
Goodbye for now.
Goodbye, my dear.
Yeah, that's her right there.
It looks like vampires have to obey Mendel's laws when producing progeny. Powers pass from one generation to another. That's why Dawson wants me to sire him.
Crush the leech, boys! You're mine, vermin!
I'm gonna try to.
Back in the grave, you! Fuck!
It's locked, all right. I should find another way to get into the neighborhood.
I don't want there being a second me. here.
I think this passage could lead me close to Aloysius Dawson's mansion.
This is my turn. Bleeding. You cannot win this. Feeble. You're mine.
I expected as much. Oh. You managed to hit me. Proud of you. Yeah, if you spam them, of course you're gonna hit me with them. Jesus Christ. They have like infinite blood. Yeah, they really do, and it's kind of greatly upsetting.
I cannot enter.
Because I don't have infinite blood.
Die, newborn.
You're a big boy.
I will crush you. Your blood is... You shall learn to respect the laws of Asgard.
I'm in Ascalon, you can fuck right off.
I will crush you.
I don't know. I just walked downstairs and he was here.
Your blood! Give me your blood!
I have full health and full blood by the time that fight was over. Talk about pathetic. Jump up somewhere already. You really like to ruin things for yourself, don't you?
Louise's father was determined to find and save her. It's locked. It's locked, all right.
What the hell? There's seriously no reason to do that. really wish he did leave his front door open. I didn't want to go through there.
Feeble!
How long are you gonna keep me up to this?
I don't have time.
Let me go, you bastard!
Your prey is mine now!
Disgusting asshole! I will not never be your wife!
Miss Teasdale, are you all right?
How do you know my name? Who are you?
My name is Dr. Reed. I managed to track you down thanks to your father.
So my father really was looking after me. This man, this vampire told me my father was dead. Is it true?
I'm afraid so, miss. I'm so sorry for your loss. But you are free to go, as your abductor is no more.
I suppose my jailer also killed my father, didn't he?
Thankfully, he did not search your father's corpse, where I found his notes describing where he might find you. You should read them.
I must find my father's body. He deserves a proper burial.
Goodbye, Miss.
Yeah, he did. That's okay. Not much of a match for me. Anymore, anyway. See this again. Sorry. I am a little tired. I'm also a little distracted. Where the hell am I going? That's weird. Is this his mansion?
It's locked.
Jonathan Reed. At last we meet. The cards warned me you would visit tonight.
I beg your pardon, sir. Do I know you?
Of course you do. Our mutual friend, Dr. Swansea, can't speak highly enough of you. My name is Usher. Usher Talltree.
You are the leader of the Brotherhood, are you not?
Primate of the Brotherhood of St. Paul's Stole, to be precise. I'm really glad we met tonight. I love it when the cards tell me a truth.
The cards told you to expect me.
Yes, they tell me everything. They've told me of your unquenchable thirst for blood. Be wary, Ekon. I've heard such a rich diet can be bad for the heart.
What can you tell me about the neighborhood?
I really don't know. I don't often go outside. And when I do, it's usually to quite distant destinations.
So you see nothing in the stars for me? You're a poor fortune teller, then?
Oh, I can tell you many things. But they will only concern you, not the city. For example, I know that you offered your sister the final rest she asked for.
Yeah.
Do the cards speak of my Mary?
No. It's the burning aura of guilt that precedes you everywhere you go.
Read my fortune, then.
You have been chosen, Jonathan. I see on you the mark of a strong being, so powerful it needn't even reveal its strength.
Can you read the cards for me?
Are you sure you want to
I don't know.
what they will reveal?
Yes, I am.
It will cost you 150 shillings.
Here is the money.
The alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
Tell me about it.
I'm from
Some believe you to be a vampire. Who?
the Guard of Priwen. Who else? For a time, they sent spies to observe my activities, and they even broke into my home to gather proof.
Did they steal anything from you?
A personal notebook they quickly took to their headquarters. All they had to do is to look at me. I'm aging. What better and definite proof that I'm not an immortal?
Do you want your notebook back?
If you ever find it, I'd be glad to have it back, of course. I do ask one thing, though. Do not read it, Jonathan. Some secrets are not meant to be revealed, even to immortals.
How does he know if I read it, though?
For how long have you been a primate?
It was 15
His
years
mesmer's
last
level
year.
is
What do you
above
make of
mine,
Dr.
though.
Swansea?
Edgar is a brilliant and dedicated man. A man of his time. Sometimes a little muddled, but always looking for new paths and new concepts.
How do you measure the amount of blood on my hands?
I told you. The cards always tell the truth. Well, most of the time.
Is it possible to tell me my future?
A vampire's fate is much more delicate to read, Doctor. But I can try.
All right. Let me hear it.
You'll cast your heart into the fire without hesitation, Jonathan. For pain is only for the mortals.
I would rather not know. How do you measure the amount of...
I told you.
Is it...
A vampire...
How did you learn about Mary? And spare me the hocus-pocus parlor tricks. The truth, now!
Swansea told me. Don't look at me like that. His task is to observe and gather information about vampires. He had to tell me about Mary.
Mary did not deserve her fate. She had already suffered enough during her life. And yet the pain and the suffering went on after her death.
Suffering is part of the immortal condition. Some prefer to lose their minds rather than face the simple truth. Pain will never stop.
May I ask you about the Brotherhood?
Of course. But I must warn you that there are some subjects we consider taboo.
Oh.
In spite of our fondness and acceptance of your kind.
Yeah, just...
I know there is no love lost between the Guard of Priwen and the Brotherhood. What caused this rift?
It was 1801. The Brotherhood was stronger then. A strength that made them hungry for ever greater power. An argument divided them, and the wound never healed.
What was the nature of the disagreement?
The problem was that both sides considered themselves the legitimate heirs of the original Brotherhood. We divide up the books, the relics, not always fairly or with consideration.
Who founded the Brotherhood?
That's precisely the kind of question I cannot answer. It is delicate, and may reveal some of our secret traditions.
So you're not just a club of academics and scholars?
Once upon a time, very long ago, the Brotherhood did more than simply study the vampires. They took actions to eliminate the more ferocious and corrupted.
Can you read the card? Perhaps... Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson? Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Goodbye, sir.
I rarely... And the Empress, again. What are the cards trying to tell us?
true. Holy fuck.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed.
Dr. Reed? Dr. Reed?
Is there anything wrong?
No, it's just... Your name sounds familiar. And your face. Have we met before?
I think I would remember. So I suppose the answer is no.
That's odd. I'm certain I've already heard of you. My name is Pericles Baker. Does that mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not, sir. But it's a pleasure to meet you anyway.
The pleasure is mine, I guess. I only wish I could remember when it was that we met.
Tell me about yourself, Mr. Baker. What are you doing out here in the middle of the night?
We are waiting. Waiting for someone.
And why are you waiting for this person?
Because we need to leave this city. As soon as possible.
Why do you want to leave the city?
I'm not really sure.
Can you tell me anything about this district?
As you like asking questions so much, would you allow me to ask you one first?
Please, be my guest.
Do you like this city?
I know we are not living in the most peaceful of times, but I have learned to appreciate London's complexity.
Yes, me too. This city tests us. It invites us to find ourselves, to discover our true nature scattered throughout its dark streets.
But what if we don't like what we find?
Do we ever know who we are? I wonder sometimes. Or maybe it is the journey to find out who we are that changes us.
And what do you do, sir? For a living, that is.
I stopped working when I decided to leave. When I realized what I wanted. Wanted something this city can't provide.
But what were you doing before you took this decision?
Does it really matter anymore? Considering the past seems so pointless to me. I have lived in this city all my life. And now I think it's over.
Tell me more about why you want to leave London, then.
I just don't belong here anymore. I had to convince my brother to leave London because I know we need to find another life out of the city.
Who are you waiting for? I'm sure he has a name.
I really can't answer that question, since I don't know that person.
And why is that?
This person is mostly my brother's acquaintance. I don't even know his real name. Only that this man could help us leave this city once and for all.
But why would you need this person's help to leave London anyway?
Well, I thought we should have left this cursed place already, but my brother convinced me to stay a while longer, and here we are.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr. Baker. Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. Do you need my help?
Yes, please. Would you be kind enough to tell me what the time is?
That's all you need to know.
Well, is it not important to know? As important as where you are? Or who you are?
I suppose you're right. And who are you then, sir?
I am Agamemnon Baker. Like my brother, I think we need to leave this city immediately. And my brother and I rarely agree on anything.
May I ask what you're doing outside at this hour of night?
I don't know. You should ask my brother instead. It was his idea in the first place.
You must have your own ideas.
From what I have managed to understand, I guess we're supposed to wait here. Waiting for someone to come.
May I ask why you've not gone already, if you're so exasperated by this long wait?
I believe fear is holding us back. My brother would have said it's laziness, but it's just because he's prouder than I am.
What can you tell me about this part of town?
It's the only place I've considered myself happy. Or at least that's what I believe. Unfortunately, it's time to leave.
Why is that?
Because I'm not feeling happy here anymore. Are you?
I still enjoy living in London, no matter how difficult it can be sometimes.
Then I am sincerely happy for you. True happiness in life seems to be the most difficult goal to reach these days.
What can you tell me about your brother?
He's older than me, I think. But the important thing is that I really hope I'll die before him. Grief would just kill me, you know?
Is that all?
Pericles is very attached to this city, and without my insistence, he would never leave this place. We don't often agree on anything, you see?
Who are you waiting for, exactly?
The more I think about it, the more I believe it's not exactly a person we are waiting for.
But what else could it be, then?
I don't know. A feeling? An event? An impulse? How can I tell? Something that would allow us to leave this
These
trap.
brothers are weird. I don't understand them very well.
I'm afraid I'm not following you. What kind of trap are you talking about?
Have you ever felt like life trapped you in a role that does not fit you? That you're not in your place? That sort of trap.
Trap? And you think leaving London will free you?
At least it will give us the chance to be free. That's more than our present situation. Hope, Doctor. Hope is what truly drives mankind.
He's not wrong.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
What can you tell me?
You should...
Good.
I want to see if I got any more hints.
Good evening, Mr. Baker.
Why do I always have feelings of déjà vu when I talk to you?
You have feelings of danger.
Pericles, tell me why your brother disagrees with your presence here.
Agamemnon is naive sometimes. Although don't consider him a fool, sir. He is often more lucid than me.
At least you both have the same difficulty explaining what you're doing, and for what reason.
But is that not a common problem for all mortals?
What can you tell me about your brother?
If you are searching for a pleasant chat, you should speak with him instead of wasting your time with me. He has always been the more gentle of us.
That's it? That's all you can tell me about him?
For the time being, true kindness is the most valuable quality, my good sir.
Goodbye, Mr.
Hello again.
Goodbye.
Alright then. I think I'm good here. I think I'm gonna end it here once I find a hideout. Go to it. I'll end it there just because I'm fast enough. Alright then. I'm not gonna get that fucked, though, is the thing. Yeah, that's okay. That hurt. See if I go damage 154. $82, more blood. Don't have the parts. Okay, that's fine. Now I do. Using a mace? Yes, yeah, makes sense. What can I Hold on, can I upgrade my... How can I upgrade my piece? Well, if something does happen, nothing even happened, look at that. Don't go any fucking more. I'm good now. I'll head off to bed. Night time. Yeah, I remember. That was a little while ago. It was funny. I didn't even mean to fuck that place. Like, if I had known I was gonna fuck it up, I would've went and killed everybody else. Anyways, see you soon.